Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to dive into one of the, strongest, boldest and most revolutionary albums in rock history, if you ask me. David Bowie's "Low." A bit of context: this album was released in 1977, quite a long time ago, and based off a few facts that I pulled up, this was part of his legendary Berlin trilogy. You know, and I mean, based on a few facts that I pulled again, I read that when this dropped, it shocked fans, and critics alike. You know, half the world was like, what the heck is Bowie doing? And the other half, realized, he was literally, inventing the future of music. Yeah, I have not heard any other songs on there. Checking this from my Spotify. This has 11 songs, and based off of the track list, okay. So the only song that I have listened to is "Always Crashing in the Same Car." Yeah, I've done a reaction to it on my main channel, and I think that was last year. I don't think I even remember how the song, sounds like. So yeah, 11 songs. So, shout out to Daniel Biladu, for suggesting that we check this album out. Put this out there. This is a buy me a coffee suggestion. So just in case, guys, you want to support the channel, just in case you want to support me, link is in the description. You can, support me, support the channel. You can buy me a coffee. You can suggest what album you guys would like for me to review and react to next. Yes, so let's all grab our headphones. Let's buckle up and let's explore why this album is still blowing minds nearly 50 years later. Yeah, so start with the first song titled "Speed of Life." Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Okay, guys. Yes. So the first song, "Speed of Life," guys. I have to say, what a start! You guys heard to witness that. We started with a song, with no lyrics at all. Just this driving instrumental, and right away, David Bowie's. I mean, this man is breaking all the rules, if you ask me. I mean, the synth textures, the crunchy drums, that gated snare, you know, based on a few facts that I read, was cooked by uh, Tony Visconti. Hopefully, I'm getting that pronunciation right. I mean, this man cooked up, and I mean, to me, it was huge. It's definitely. I love the fact that this first song, is upbeat, but also kind of robotic. It feels like stepping into a brand new soundscape. Telling us, forget, Ziggy. Forget the thing white Duke. This is a new chapter, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, what a way. To start. I have to say, after listening to the first song, I'm not too sure, what this album actually is going to unravel. Hopefully this comes with some surprises. Yeah. So we'll move on to the second song, "Breaking Glass." Let's go. Yeah. David. Wow. Okay, so that was the second song, "Breaking Glass." This song was only a minute and 52 seconds. Wow. Um, you guys already noticed. David, stepped in vocally, in this one. This song is a bit short. It's a bit sharp, under 2 minutes. This man's delivery, was jittery, paranoid, and almost claustrophobic, if that makes sense. I mean, the line, "Don't look at the carpet," I drew something awful on it. you know, guys, it's so bizarre if you ask me, but definitely feels like a peek into the fragile mental state. Musically, this one, guys, it's fast, guitars, synth stabs, that thumping rhythm, guys. I loved it. To me, it's like David Bowie, giving us the fragments, of his mind rather than, a polished pop, if that makes sense. But the only downside for me about this one is the fact that it was under 2 minutes, pretty short. Just when I was like, you know, yeah. So we move on to the third song, "What in the World." Yeah, "What in the World." Let's go.
You're just a little girl with gray eyes. Never mind, say something. Wait until the crowd cries. Oh, wait until the crowd cries. You're just a little girl with gray eyes. Go deep in your room. You never leave your room. Something deep inside of me, yearning deep inside of me, talking through the gloom. What in the world can you do? What in the world can you do? I'm in the mood for your love, for your just a little bit afraid of you, 'cause love will make you cry. But wait until the crowd goes. Oh, wait until the crowd goes. I'm just a little bit afraid of you. So deep in your room, you never leave your room. Something deep inside of me, yearning deep inside of me, is talking through the gloom. What in the world can I do? What in the world can I do? I'm in the mood for your love, for your love, for your love. Oh, what you gonna say? Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna be to the real me, under the cool moon, like the lightning of all. What you gonna say to the real me, to the real me?
Okay, so that was What in the World? Yeah, What in the World? This one's wild. This one is definitely wild. The synths are twitchy, they are frantic, almost cartoonish, and David Bowie's vocals are definitely layered, echoing, and almost chaotic. To me, it felt like a panic attack in the song form, and that's exactly what to me makes it so compelling. You can clearly hear, you know, uh, I mean that vibe of experimentation in there. The experimentation, the textures, the sonic messiness, and I feel like somehow it works. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. Third song. We move on to the fourth one. Sound and Vision. Let's go.
Into my solitude, over my head sound and vision.
Okay, guys. So that was sound and vision. Guys, I have to say, I mean, this is where, I mean, this is like a big one. You know, probably the most recognizable song from this album. Low. I have to say that extended instrumental intro just builds anticipation. You know, you are waiting and waiting, and finally, boom, David Bowie's new voice drops. You know, don't you wonder sometimes, you know, about sound and vision? You know, I have to say it's minimal, it's hypnotic, and yet based on a few facts that I read, you know, it became a hit single, you know, in the UK. The mix of pop sensibilities, you know, with experimental structure, I have to say, is genius. You know, and that bass line, guys, absolutely addictive. I loved it. So this is a song that I have, you know, already listened to. Always the crashing in the same car. Yes, this is a full disclosure, but super excited to, you know, listen to it all over again. Let's go.
Every chance that I take it on the road with kilometers and the red lights. I was always looking left and right. Oh, but always crashing in the same car. Jasmine, I saw you breathing. As I pushed my foot down to the floor, I was going round and round. Hotel garage must have been touching close to 94. Oh, but I'm always crashing in the same car.
Wow. Hey guys, so that was the fifth song, Always the Crashing in the Same Car. Feels so good to be actually listening to this song, you know, again, you know. as you guys already witnessed, this one's slower. It's heavier and more melancholic. The groove just in circles and circles. Like I mean, he's stuck, in a loop. Which to me fits perfectly with the lyrics. About repeating the same mistakes. You can feel David Bowie's exhaustion, his weariness and I mean his self-destruction, bleeding through the song. The guitars, I love the way it shimmers, in the background, like a ghost, subtle but devastating. Yeah, I loved it. Like I said, felt so good, listening to it all over again. We move on to the said song titled "Be My Wife." Let's go.
Sometimes you get so lonely. Sometimes you get nowhere. I've lived all over the world. I've left every place. Please be mine. Share my life. Stay with me. Be my wife. Sometimes you get so lonely. Sometimes you get nowhere. I've lived all over the world. I've left every place. Please be mine. Share my life. Stay with me. Be my wife. Sometimes you get so lonely.
Hey. Yeah, guys, so that was the said song, Be My Wife. Yeah. Guys, I have to say, finally, here we finally get something that feels, like a more, conventional David Bowie song. There's piano, strong rhythm, and a catchy hook, but the lyrics, guys, they are desperate. Sometimes you get so lonely. That is him, pleading, reaching for some level of connection. The energy is brighter, but to me, there is this undertone, of sadness, that makes it hit even harder. Um, and once again, based on a few facts that I pulled up, this one became one of the standout singles, from this record. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I definitely add one. I'll definitely add this one, to my favorite, of this album. Yeah. So we move on to the seventh song, titled "A New Career in a New Town." Let's take a listen, guys. Guys, yeah, seventh song, a new career in a new town. Guys, I have to say, I mean, what a fitting title. Another instrumental, and to me, it definitely feels so hopeful compared to the darker moments, earlier. Yeah, that harmonica layer, over the synths to me created this blend of old world folk and futuristic type of sound. You can almost see David Bowie walking the streets of Berlin, starting fresh, searching for identity. It's definitely it definitely feels optimistic. It's forward looking, and definitely based on a few facts that I pulled up, this closes the side A of the album. I have to say, it closes it, with a sense of possibility. Yeah. So we are moving to the side B, based off of what I'm seeing over here. Okay. So the eighth song, Warszawa. Yeah, Warszawa. Hopefully, I'm getting that pronunciation right. Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa, this is 6 minutes and 27 seconds. This is going to be a hell of a ride. I can feel it. Let's go. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes. So track 8 was Zazwa. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm getting that pronunciation right. I have to say, after listening to this one, I feel like that this is where things get truly, truly experimental. Was Zazwa. To me, after listening to it, I have to say this was haunting. It was slow and ambient. Definitely felt like wandering through an abandoned city, at night. David Bowie's vocal chants come in. you know, not in English though. I'm not too sure what language that was. But in these, wordless, mournful tones. To me, it's not about the lyrics. It's about atmosphere, and it's absolutely. This is absolutely chilling. I don't know, man. I don't know if, if that makes sense. You can definitely tell this was a huge influence on, future post-punk and ambient artists. Yeah, I mean, because for a song like this, which was released 1977, guys, David Bowie was way ahead of his time. Yeah, I have to say. I loved it. Definitely going to, be part of my, favorite songs, off this album. Yeah. So we move on to the ninth song, Art Decade. Yeah, let's take a listen, guys. All right, guys. Yes, the ninth song, Art Decade. Yeah. Um, this one, this one's a bit minimal. This one's a bit droning. Definitely hypnotic. This track, stretches time. I have to say. I mean, it's based on a few facts, that I pulled up about this one. It's named after West Berlin's art district. And to me, after listening to it, it feels like staring at a gray concrete wall, for hours. And yet there is a strange, beauty in it. I don't know if that makes sense. It's definitely meditative. It's static, and I mean, it pushes you into its trance. Yeah, that is all I have to say about this one. We move on to the 10th song, "Weeping Wall." Wow, this album. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Weeping Wall. What? Wow. Okay, yeah. So the 10th song, "Weeping Wall." Guys, I have to say this one's fascinating because David Bowie, based on a few facts that I pulled up about this one, played every single instrument, on it himself, which is mind blowing if you ask me. I mean, it is definitely jagged, it's definitely tense, restless, you know. Uh, Once again, I mean, based on a few facts that I pulled up, I mean, this was inspired by the Berlin Wall. and I feel like you can literally feel the unease, in the rhythms. It's like the music is building a barrier right in front of you. At the same time, there is a subtle, sense of mourning underneath it all. Genius work, if you ask me. But I mean, this album is definitely a way ahead of its time. I have to say that is all I'm trying to say about it. Yeah. The last song, Subterraneans. Yeah, let's take a listen. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yes. That was the final, the last song of this album, "Low," Subterraneans. Yes, and then that's a closer. Yeah. I mean, we close this album with this, haunting masterpiece, in my opinion. Subterraneans to me has this ghostly saxophone. I mean, sparse in the synth washes, and David Bowie's almost wordless, mumbling vocals. That to me sound like echoes, from another dimension. I mean, it's eerie. It's definitely eerie. I mean, it's desolate, and also strangely moving. you know, the perfect way to actually end an album. That's less about songs and more about soundscapes. More about emotions and more about atmosphere. Yeah, I loved it, guys. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, this album, I didn't know what to expect, going in, but I love the way the whole album, the whole listening experience, went for me personally. I mean, what blew me away about this album, Low, is the sheer risk David Bowie took. Side A gave us jagged, fragmented, pop short tracks. That to me felt incomplete on purpose. Side B threw us into ambient and experimental territory. Most rock fans weren't ready for, such as myself. But together, I mean, it's definitely revolutionary. The production is massive. And Tony, Visconti's, gated drums, were, groundbreaking. Soundscapes, shaped the future, of ambient and electronic music. And David Bowie himself, proved he could reinvent not just his image, but the entire idea of what an album could be. This isn't just David Bowie making music. This is David Bowie reshaping music history. If you ask me, this was released in 1977, guys, way ahead of its time. So after listening to this song, this entire album, here's my take. I mean, Low isn't just an album, that gives you instant gratification. It's not filled with radio-ready hits. Although Sound and Vision, came close. Instead, to me, it's an album that grows on you the more you live with it. It's alien. It's definitely cold, and it also deeply human, in its vulnerability. For me, it's one of David Bowie's bravest works. I think I've listened to quite a few songs, from David Bowie. But yeah, I have to say it's one of David Bowie's bravest works. The kind of record that may confuse you at first, but then it just clicks, and suddenly you realize how influential and ahead of its time, I mean, it really, really was. Yeah. But enough about me, guys. I've just shared my thoughts with you guys. I really, really want to hear from you guys also. What's your favorite track, on this album, Low? Do you love the more pop-driven side A, or do you, vibe, with the ambient and the soundscape of side B? Drop your thoughts, in the comment section. I'm really, really curious, how this album, fits different listeners. And hey, I mean, if you enjoyed this deep dive reaction, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more David Bowie breakdowns and other classic album reviews. And I mean, ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got so many albums on the lineup. So let me know what you guys want me to listen to, and I'll be definitely I'll definitely be glad to hear and then do just that. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end of the video. My name is Philip. On to the next album reaction and review. Take care, stay safe. Peace out.